welcome to the Borealis Experience. I'm your host Aurora, and I'm very happy to be spending some time with you today. Don't wonder, my voice is a little bit more relaxed than usual. I just came back from Germany yesterday, and I'm still heavily jet-lagged. My body feels totally beat up, and I'm adjusting back to the very dry and windy climate here in Canada, Alberta. It's been a blast in Germany. I had a great time, and I was very happy to record episodes from over there as well. And now I'm back in North America. Travels were a little bit different than usual with all this COVID jazz going on, but all in all, I must say, people were pretty civil and even awesome about this mess that we're all facing right now. I really hope you're doing well. I know a lot of people are struggling on many levels right now, be it emotional, relational, mental. And it is tough times. It is times that we would have never guessed we would have to face a couple years back. So I hope at times you allow yourself to feel those feelings of distress and maybe even anxiety or depression. And on the other hand, I hope that, I can provide you with tools in order to be more resilient and okay with this novel situation. It is very important that we know ourselves and get to know ourselves on a deeper level in order to handle stress better. It was very important for me to fly back home and to be in my home country a little bit, because it made me understand that, yes, I've been in Canada for 7 years now, but it is still a very different culture to mine, or to the world where I grew up in. And when I fly back, I not only meet up with friends and family, but I also experience my culture again. And my culture is very different than North American culture. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I feel it is a not so healthy approach to pretend or to wanting to see that every culture is the same and there's no differences between us people, because I believe there is, and I see beauty in it. I don't see separation in it and conflict and pain. I see growth in it and empathy. When you truly start loving people and humanity again, then you see the good in being different. And when I was in Germany, it just made me realize, the little conflicts that I have at times when in Canada are because I was raised differently. My views are differently. I was conditioned differently, and it is perfectly fine. It is my choice to live in a world that is different to the world I grew up in, and I see it as opportunity to grow instead of seeing it as a nuisance and something that will annoy me, which wouldn't make any sense if I really chose to live on this beautiful new continent. I see lots of potential for growth. So how it is for you? This is not how you say it in English. How is it for you, I meant. Do you find yourself stuck in your opinions at times? Do you feel very drawn to like-minded people and finding yourself rejecting people that are of different opinions, of a different background? How open-minded can you be? And I feel traveling makes it very easy because it kind of forces you to see how different other people approach life and daily life and situations. And at the same time, we always fear that we don't belong, so we will naturally adjust a little bit to that new culture that we experience. But what if we cannot travel? I think wherever you live, and especially if you live in a city, we're being exposed to different views and opinions, people from different backgrounds on a daily basis. But sometimes we get so closed up and we only see what is like-minded, what is in 100 or even 1,000% alignment with ourselves. And we're totally closed up to any novelty, any different thinking. And I'm here to remind you that, you don't need to travel overseas. You don't need to go on road trips every year. But you can learn to be more open with the people around you, with your direct environment, and maybe question your views a little bit at times, or when you don't understand the other person you're talking to, then ask them more questions instead of making assumptions and closing yourself up. I feel COVID brings a lot of pain and nuisance into our world, but at the same time, it is teaching us right now to be more kind with each other and to be more curious with each other. You can very quickly fall into judging and separating, isolating yourself from others. But what if we were to do the opposite? What if we were to ask questions? What if we were to talk to people that are on a very different page with kindness and curiosity? I think it would help us grow and make us feel more at home on this planet Earth. A lot of people struggle with depression and isolation right now. And sometimes, not always, of course, but sometimes it is a little bit self-inflicted. We close ourselves up because we feel we cannot relate to people that are of different faith or sexuality or political views. And that's very detrimental to ourselves. That increases the likelihood of feeling lonely. And it doesn't mean that you have to compromise all the time and adapt at all cost and let go of your beliefs. It just means that you open yourself up to a possibility, a playground of learning new things, even about yourself, not only about the other person. And it's a beautiful place to be because not only you open up your heart to people that you would usually judge and reject even, but the other people see that you want to connect with them on a deeper level. That yes, you have different views on life, but you see the human behind those opinions. You want to know more, you want to understand. And this is how we can create really deep connections. And you will be surprised if you do that with your partner, because you feel over the last couple of weeks and months you've been more distant and you're just like co-workers or roommates, and it doesn't feel passionate or warm anymore. The part that you can play is being curious again and asking questions. Because sometimes we make too many assumptions and conclusions about people and put them in a box, and we don't only hurt other people by doing that, but we hurt ourselves too. We prevent ourselves from deeper relationships that could nourish our soul and heart. Thank you so much for listening to my little episode here with heavily jet-lagged Aurora. I will be out there very soon again on Monday. In the meantime, take really good care of yourself and watch your beliefs, your judgments, your thoughts towards others, and see if we can be a little bit more curious instead of judgmental. We all have our own reasoning. We all have our experiences. We all have our past that has shaped us. But we can create a present and a future where we're deeply connected to each other, nurturing each other, helping each other grow. That was it for today. If you want to leave me a review, please don't hold back and use Apple Podcasts to leave a review there. And if you want to connect with me on Facebook, connect with me there, Aurora Eggert, or on Instagram, The Borealis Experience. I'm always excited to connect with my people here, my listeners, my precious listeners, on a deeper level. All right, until next time, take care.